So what we know about Evie right now is it's a very new and very small two-sided company. On one end, they have their sports and bar aspect to it where people will vote on outcomes of games, and on the other hand, they have the aspect where they vote on outcomes of TV shows. Our team felt as though it was important to put more efforts toward the sport and bar aspect in order to get a solid consumer base and retain the most customer awareness and attention. In order to accomplish this, we thought that Evie needed to approach this with two major goals: gaining sales from local bars to allow them to set up for a trivia night, and once that was accomplished, to gain a consumer base and attract locals and students to these events. To start off, we provided a list of local bars to contact to start setting up the events. We threw some bars in Northampton and Boston in our list for when Evie becomes established here in Amherst and is ready to expand further. Our biggest suggestion with contacting the bar managers was to try to set up in-person meetings in order to convince them to stage one of these nights. It is much easier to convince someone in person when you can show prospects how you want to set up in your overall plan. As for gaining attention for potential customers, Evie is going to need to be much more active on Facebook and Instagram. This means adding more hashtags, following bar accounts, getting in touch with them to promote, and also having friends and locals promote your accounts as well. We also thought maybe contacting UMass and trying to set up on-campus viewings and trivia nights to appeal to a younger crowd. As for the other side of the business, the mobile app and TV show trivia, we're suggesting Evie floods fan-based accounts and Reddit threads with the app itself and explaining what it entails and the legitimacy of it. In the future, possibly having fan accounts on Twitter and Instagram promote the app itself.
As for the actual sales plan, we believe that Evie should focus the majority of their early efforts on prospecting leads and setting up in-person meetings. As Cassidy mentioned, we really think that in-person meetings are the best way to establish a relationship with the business owner and communicate the value that Evie brings to the business through the utilization of demos. Nate and the rest of the team should focus on really understanding the business needs by asking open-ended questions in the discovery phase of the sales process, and also emphasize the success at other locations when pitching the products. We believe the best way to reach out to these prospective companies is through the use of phone and email in order to set up in-person meetings and demos, as we mentioned before. As for sales targets, we really like the idea of establishing quotas in order to keep reps on track and keep business moving forward. We also thought a good idea would be to implement a progressive approach to quota, so slowly ramping up on a quarterly basis. We think it's really important to revisit and adjust these quotas to fit the growth strategy. So maybe revisiting every month or every quarter, and also focusing on establishing proof of concept, which we think really fits the geographic growth strategy of first starting local, then expanding regionally before expanding even potentially nationally. As for the sales forecast, if Nate and the team are able to hit the provided quotas, we believe he can make up to close to $50,000 within the first year of launching Evie, and this is based on a model in which Nate charges $200 to $300 per event and is running roughly one event per week. We do think he could eventually transition to a percentage of sales model, but to start out and generate consistent revenue, we think this flat model is really the way to go.
Before Nate and the EV team can actually meet these sales targets, he's going to need to develop a sales team itself. So the sales team, you're going to want to find people that are going to be like-minded individuals like yourself, Nate, who share the same goal, who have a motivational attitude. You're going to want young individuals who are quick-thinking, persistent, passionate about providing strong work, not only themselves, but also to develop the EV brand and company. And you can advertise for this sales team itself through job sites like Indeed or Monster.com. Just make sure you're putting keywords in the job title so you're finding the right candidates. And when it comes down to it, the most valuable results that you're going to have, even when you have this team and first you're through 100 sales calls or so, is not going to be that early revenue and business partnerships. It's really going to be that direct feedback you're going to get in the market and the experience that your sales team is going to develop as they start becoming confident in selling your service, which is going to end up just creating more profit for you and growing this company. Once this EV team is actually established, you're going to start to being able to review the progress of your team members. So you're going to want to set them goals for a certain amount of calls per week, close deals, demos that they put on for prospective businesses, but also goals for your own company, events that you want to host amount per week, or profit and revenue you want to draw on per month. And you're also going to be able to get a lot of feedback from the hosts of these events as to what they liked and what they disliked, what worked and what didn't work. And it's all just going to help you in general in building your business. So some of the major takeaways here that we're going to wrap up is that this company has real potential to exceed. We believe that Evie will find more profit in the sports trivia and betting side of the business over the TV trivia that you've been developing in your app, But that does not mean ignore what you have there, because that side of your business is going to come once you become established with the other side of the sports betting and that trivia type of stuff. And again, I think another important thing that we're going to need to highlight here is that you need a team of young, passionate individuals right now. That will help jumpstart your brand more, and it's going to help you find more business and host your trivia events that you're looking to do. And lastly, just stay persistent and keep going. We've been working on this project and analysis of Evie and your business for weeks now, and we really do see an opportunity for your business to grow, and we really hope you do. Thank you.